What's going on, Jerome's? Week 16 of the NFL schedule of 2022 is almost in the books, and only 2 games in the regular season remaining. And a regular season award is the NFL MVP, even though obviously the postseason should be included, but is what it is. Now, the alleged back-to-back NFL MVP, hashtag not my MVP, last 2 years has been Aaron Rodgers. So that just goes to show you it's a fraudulent award. And also, I've pissed and moaned about this award before because it's just a quarterback and sometimes running back award. I mean, it's not even the Heisman. I mean, it's not even, it's ridiculous. Like, how can you have an award for most valuable player and basically 85% of the positions aren't even included? 85 to 90% of the players in the NFL have zero chance of winning the award because of the position they play. It's stupid. It's ridiculous, but we're going to work within the framework. We got our top 10 NFL MVP candidates for the 2022 season. Number 10, Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey didn't get voted to the Pro Bowl. That's pretty insane. So he got traded from the Panthers after they started tanking, and now the Panthers might win the division. But McCaffrey in San Francisco has done phenomenal work. 1,608 total yards from scrimmage, 11 total touchdowns, etc. And McCaffrey, I mean, he's really helped out Jimmy G. He's really helped out Brock Purdy, like him and Debo when Debo was actually in the lineup. But McCaffrey is still that guy. He's still that dude. He's got a ridiculously stupid contract, which really warped the running back market, but is what it is there. That's why Carolina got rid of him. Next up, number 9, you got Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins, who, if Justin Jefferson wasn't around, I mean, Tyreek Hill would be the wide receiver 1 this season. He's got 113 receptions, 1,632 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and he was a big reason why Tua was in MVP conversation. Now, I'm glad we did this video after Tua's just abysmal, dreadful performance against the Packers, which, 3 interceptions in 1 quarter. That's no bueno. But yeah, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are a big reason why that Dolphins offense has been viable, even though they've lost 4 games in a row now. That's ridiculous. Number 8, Nick Bosa of the Niners, where 78 pressures, 17.5 sacks. And remember, it really annoys me, irks me to no end that a defensive player cannot win MVP. Like, it's just not possible the way that the AP voting is set up right now. But, I mean, Nick Bosa, I mean, you could say Micah Parsons could be on this list, but I think Bosa's certainly lapped Parsons as of late. But he's been getting after it. He's just been an unstoppable force for the Niners out by the Bay. And, yeah, respect. I mean, absolutely respect what he's doing. He's part of the best defense in the NFL, and right now he's the best pass rusher. Number 7, Justin Herbert. So Herbert plays tonight. He's able to pad some of those stats, as well as it's a win and in situation for the Chargers and the wild card. But he's got 4,019 yards passing, 21 touchdowns. And what's really amazing is that you could say that the Chargers offense specifically has been monstrously just ravaged by injuries. Like, the receivers haven't been healthy. They lost Rashawn Slater very early on in the season. So, I mean, Justin Herbert has lost stars around him consistently, but he's kept the Chargers afloat, where it's not always pretty, but they find a way to get it done. And Justin Herbert is starting to embody like old school Phillip Rivers, where it seems like every time you turn on the TV, they're down 7 and Herbert has to go 80 yards in 45 seconds and no timeouts. Sometimes he gets it done, sometimes he doesn't, but I absolutely love me some Justin Herbert. Next up, number 6, you got Kirk Cousins, JEROME, Ezekiel Cousins. Woo! Said what I said. The Vikings are 12-3. I mean, so for all the hype around Jefferson, rightfully so, he's not throwing to himself. And Kirk has been that guy who has been setting the records with Justin Jefferson all 3 of JJ's first 3 seasons. And Cousins, I mean, this year, even though black and white stats, 4,117 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, they're not going to blow you out of the water. And he's certainly had a larger and better statistical seasons, but he's getting it done in the clutch. 8th, 4th quarter, come from behind, game-winning drives, 4th quarter and overtime. So Kirk has been absolutely clutch this season. He deserves to be in the MVP conversation, although it's possible that he's going to be splitting votes with Justin Jefferson. But like we said, what's going to help Justin Jefferson in the MVP race is the AP writers aren't going to vote for Kirk. They aren't. And so that's the problem about a wide receiver trying to win MVP, because the quarterback is going to get an abnormal amount of the credit. But Kirk Cousins is never going to get the credit from the national media jabroni haircuts, so they could just vote for Jefferson almost out of spite and protest with Kirk. So that could certainly benefit JJ in his quest. Next up, number 5, Joe Burrow with the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow was fantastic last year. He's really taken it to another level this year. 4,206 yards passing, 34 touchdowns, 1 to 2.3 quarterback rating. He's been absolutely instrumental and just cold-blooded, just an assassin out there. Like him and Jamar Chase and Boyd and Higgins, and mix in their phenomenal offensive line starting to get things together. And Joe Burrow, I mean, you saw like the Bengals probably should have won the Super Bowl last year if that defense could get a stop or the offensive line could frickin' protect Joe Burrow. But, I mean, he's that guy. For as much hype as Mahomes and Josh Allen get in the AFC, Joe Burrow is absolutely that assassin. Next up, number 4. Speaking of which, Josh Allen. So the Bills, they got the 1 seed. They beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. And Josh Allen, even though he's been a little bit erratic this season, like he's got it done when it matters. 4,029 yards passing, 32 touchdowns. He's run for 746 as well as 7 rushing touchdowns. Like, he is a cheat code. He's an absolute weapon. He's got the best arm in the league. Well, up there with Mahomes, but he's got an insanely good arm. Him and the chemistry with Diggs is beyond compare. And also, when you can't, when you cover everyone, all of a sudden he just takes off. And he's like a freaking wildebeest out there. So, I mean, Josh Allen is absolutely that dude. Next up, number 3, got Jalen Hurts, where unfortunately Hurts got injured down the stretch. They're probably going to try and force him back onto the field so they can maintain the 1 seed this week against the Saints. But, I mean, Jalen Hurts has taken a tremendous leap this season. 3,472 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 747 rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns. And you could say that the Eagles' offense is simplistic, it's high school, it's whatever, but Jalen Hurts is running the absolute crap out of that offense, man. Like him hooking up with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, him as a running threat. Miles Sanders made the friggin' Pro Bowl as a running back, and it all circles around Jalen Hurts. And I love Jalen Hurts from his time at Alabama. Like he was a great teammate when he got benched for Tua. He did the damn thing at Oklahoma, and he succeeded Carson Wentz, and now he's doing some really good things in Philly. And yes, the Eagles currently technically have the 1 seed, but that may not last. The first runner-up, Patrick Mahomes. Yes. So the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs lost to the Bengals and the Bills, I fully understand that argument. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been taken it to another level where, I mean, the Chiefs are a weird team. All right, so they have a lot of role players stepping up, Isaiah Pacheco as well as Jerick McKinnon, our former guy. But it really is Mahomes, it is Chris Jones on the defensive line, and it is Travis Kelce. And that's it. That's really it. Well, Creed Humphrey, etc. But 4,720 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, 105.1 quarterback rating. Also, he's running 4 touchdowns. So, I mean, Mahomes, he's so good that it's almost boring. It's almost boring how insanely good he is every single week. And no, it's not always pretty. No, it's not this. No, it's not that. But take Mahomes away from the Chiefs. Where would Kansas City be? Maybe a 3-4 win team? I mean, the Chiefs are the Texans with Patrick Mahomes. That's what they are. And then lastly, yes, Justin freaking Jefferson. Speaking of taking a guy away, take Justin Jefferson away from the Vikings. How many games do the Vikings win? 4, maybe 5? Right, so Justin Jefferson has been a difference maker this year. 123 receptions, leading the league. Has a chance on Michael Thomas's single-season receptions record of 1,756 receiving yards. Also leading the league. By the way, he's leading. Like no one's talking that Jefferson is leading the number 2 guy, Tyreek Hill, by 100+ yards. No problem. No sweat. He's on pace to break Megatron's single-season record. He has a chance for JJ2K, the first guy to ever do it. Also has got 8 touchdowns. He has like an outside chance. Like if he goes off, has like 5-6 touchdowns these last games to potentially win the Triple Crown. Probably not going to happen, but he'll win 2/3 of the Triple Crown. And the way that Jefferson has just taken over, and these aren't garbage stats, by the way. These are high leverage situation. Look at the Colts game, look at the Giants game, look at the Bills game. Like whenever this team needs a big time play, Justin Jefferson is there. He answers the bell every single time. And like I said, I think that Jefferson will benefit greatly by the media hating Kirk Cousins. So I mean, they may cast some votes for the Vikings, but it's like, I'm not voting for Kirk Cousins. I'm going to be different. I'm going to vote for Justin Jefferson. Remember, it's only 50 votes. It's only 50 votes. And Jefferson, I mean, realistically, how many votes is he going to get? I would love to see at least 5. I would love to see at least 10% of the voting ballot actually having a couple brain cells and realizing that Justin Jefferson is that guy. He is the most valuable player in the NFL, not just most valuable quarterback or just got a running back who's put up a ton of yards. He is the most valuable player in the National Football League. That's Justin Jefferson. That's right, man. That's right. But other than that, I have no thoughts. But that's it. Our top 10 NFL MVP candidates. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts. How would you rank them? What's your list? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But to next time, Skol, production value.